Beautiful namaste, yogis. Welcome to our practice from the grassy knoll in Maui. It is early in the morning. The sun is just coming up and over. You can see from the long shadows here from the palm trees and the early morning light. It's close to the solstice. The sense of balance is already coming in. So we'll play with a full body stretch, a little bit of balance, and greeting the day wherever you are in your day, wherever you are planted in this world, greeting it with a little bit of joy, happiness, and delight in a fresh start. All right, here we go. See you on the mat. So there's a fresh cut of grass right here on the grassy knoll. Now step onto the back of my mat. Tadasana pose, a rocking Tadasana pose, rocking back on the feet, back and forth on your feet. We often start like this. Brings a sense of serenity and balance and presence. And then slowly find your way to that balanced standing pose, Tadasana, also called samasthiti. Sama, same, right? You're balanced on your right foot and your left foot, the front of the foot, the back of the foot, the outer and inner edges of your feet. Lift and spread your toes, lift your arches, lift your heart, roll your shoulders back and down. Keep the heart lifted, drop the toes back down to the earth, drop the tailbone nice and long, extend up through the crown of the head and feel your spine long as you inhale. Keep the length as you exhale. Very nice. Equally stretch your right and left arm out and up. Stretch up a little bit more on the right side. Stretch up a little bit more on the left side. Just a little bit side to side here. Feeling into the imbalance. And then simply finding balance right in the center. Turn the palms in towards each other. Arms back a little bit. Lift your heart, lift your gaze. You might lean back just a smidge. Open your heart with your breath and your sense of delight and joy of the morning. Beautiful. Exhale, swan dive, leading with the heart. Come down to a forward fold. Shake your head out. Long in the neck, long in the legs, long in the spine. Good. Now walk your hands forward. And let's find downward facing dog. So the hands are shoulder width apart, the feet are hip width apart. Little rock and roll dog. Come high up on the toes, roll forward a little bit. Exhale, drop the heels towards the earth. Forward just a little bit, getting into the shoulder joints and the hips. Hips up, heels down towards the earth. Little forward and back action here. Just warming up and feeling your hands on your earth and the balance of the feet on the earth. And then eventually come to the place to where it feels like balanced and centered. Find your center. Soften the eyes and the jaw, smooth the breath. Good. And feel yourself balanced between the weight of the hands, the weight of the feet. The lift of the sit bones, the drop of the heel. Maybe there's a little lift in the front of the thighs, little lift into the shoulders. Arms are long. Feel the weight of your thumb and index knuckle. Feel the weight of the pinky finger and outer wrist. Beautiful. High up on the toes, find your balance. Inhale that right leg up and back. Up and back. Bend your right knee. feel that right hip open and feel that left hip strong and strengthening. Straighten out through that right leg. Gaze forward. Step the right foot forward, right in between your hands. Lower the left knee. Untuck the left toes. Let a full exhale happen. And then on your inhale, sweep the arms up over your head, low lunge. Now pause here enough to find some balance. That left hip comes forward just a little bit, right hip back just a little bit. So the hips are nice and balanced and square. Feel the earth underneath your right foot, especially the ball of the big right toe. Press the top of the left foot down, left shin down. And then play with the balance here. As you press through that right foot, begin to bring that right leg towards straight, hips back, and sink in. A few times like this. Little balance play, emphasis more on the play. And then as you're ready, one more time, hips back, front leg straightens just a little bit, maybe coming up onto the heel. And then sink in, hips low, heart tall and open, arms reaching. You might gaze up a little bit. Maybe the hands come to prayer. And then draw your prayers right to your heart. Grateful, 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 grateful for this moment. And then let's take it for a twist. Left elbow outside of the right knee. Notice where your hands are. Maybe bring the hands in prayer back to your heart center as you breathe. Sinking in. Twist the belly. Maybe gaze over that back shoulder, maybe. Good. Forward we go. Unwind. Inhale the both arms up and over your head. Sink in. Exhale, both hands find their way either side of your right foot. Tuck your left toes under, lift your left knee, spin your left foot flat down onto the earth, and come on up to Virabhadrasana 1, Warrior 1 pose. Inhale the arms up. Give this a moment here. S'il vous plaît, please. Hips sink, maybe that thigh bone almost to parallel. And then you can't see your back leg, but you can as you breathe down the back leg and press the left heel down and the outer edge of that left foot. Spin the left inner thigh up towards the sky just a little bit as you roll the inner right thigh down. Find that balance there as you breathe. Big inhale. Big exhale. Very nice. Big move here. We're going to transition to standing splits. So you'll come high up onto your left toes, step in a little bit, plant your hands down, and lift your left leg high to the sky. Drop your head, shake it out a little bit. And feel the balance here between your right palm and the left palm on the earth. You might lift up the right palm a little bit, drop it down, lift up the left palm a little bit. Play with this. You might even reach back with the right hand behind that right hand, right heel. Sink in a little bit, and maybe you'll play with the balance by bringing that left hand, maybe to join the party, maybe not. Okie dokie, walk your hands back out, long straight spine. Fly your heart over the earth as you press that left leg straight, left heel back, right leg straight. One more balance play here. You will guide the left leg over to the left, swing it around as you come all the way up to standing. Bend your left knee, arms up over your head, straighten your left leg, and then bend the knee. Straighten the left leg, bend the knee, straighten and bend. And then from here, Ardha Utkatasana, bring the left heel to the outside of the right knee. Bend your right knee, come on down. Ardha Utkatasana, half seated lightning bolt pose. Lots of balance play here, yes, breathing. And you may choose to keep the hands or maybe the forearms down onto that left shin and ankle. Or you might come to what we affectionately call temple dancer and bring your heart tall, keeping both knees bent, thumb and index finger touching each other on the right and left hand. Breathe in. Feel the play, feel the dance, light and shadow, right and left, balance between the two. Good, and all the way back up to standing. Find home in your Tadasana pose. Breathe in. Breathe out. Close your eyes for a smidge here. Turn your gaze inside and feel the dance of the energy within. Even though you're quote unquote in stillness, there's lots of movement going on. Movement of the blood, the internal fluids, perhaps your thoughts. Let your mind come to your inhale. Lengthen your inhale just a little bit. And exhale out, lengthen your exhale just a little bit. And let your mind come to balance, come to ease, come to rest on your own breath as you stand tall with an open, grateful heart. And capture that capacity to bring yourself into balance as you guide the hands together in prayer position at the heart. Pause long enough to become vibrantly aware of something you're grateful for this moment. Send yourself lots of gratitude. So turn that inside, like balance your outward gratitude with your inner gratitude. Notice what gratitude feels like in the body for real. And taking a moment to notice what it feels like to bask in gratitude and what a kind practice it is. Stay in kindness. We'll do the other side. Open your eyes. Breathe the arms out and up. Catch another balance play. Catch a hold of your left wrist with your right hand. Lean it on over to the right. Press down through the left foot a little bit and then lift the right ribs. Nice side stretch. Back to center, other side. Catch a hold of the right wrist. Step one, lengthen nice and tall in the balanced center and then lean it on over to the left. Press down through the right foot just a little bit. And you might find the lift of that left rib cage. Tailbone drops. Breath flows. Beautiful. Come back to center and let's find the forward fold. Dive in. Dive to yourself. Drop your head. Walk the feet back. Find downward facing dog. Little balance play here. Come high up on the tippy toes. Both heels over to the right. Press through your left hand and your right hand. High up on the toes. Heels over to the left. Press through your right hand. Press through your left hand. Little bit of navel to the spine. Lift nice and tall. Find center. Exhale, both heels down towards the earth. Spread your toes, spread your fingers. Inhale that left leg up and back. Lengthen nice and long breaths here. Long limbs, long arms, long legs, long spine. And then bend your left knee. Feel that beautiful stretch in the left hip. So as you balance right and left hand equally, Pressing down with that right foot. Just a smidge more as you lift up, counterbalancing with that left knee. Good. Stretch out through the left leg. Step left foot forward between your hands. Lengthen and then drop the right knee down. Untuck the right toes. Good. Find the breath to equalize and balance your play up to low lunge. Arms up, hips low. Feel into your left foot onto the earth. You might lift and spread the toes, drop them back down. Feel into your right shin, your right foot, and breathe. Sometimes, not always, there's a little bit of a traffic jam in the low back, so scoop the tailbone down towards your left heel. Good. Balanced play. Press through the left foot. Begin to bring that left leg towards straight and sink in. A few rounds like this. Back and forth. A little back and forth. Whoa. One more. Back. Bring that leg towards straight. You might come up onto the heel. Extra credit on the balance. Sink the hips low. And you might notice that right hip tends to want to play forward. Press the left hip forward just a little bit. Right hip back. Spine is right balanced in center, coming up and out of the pelvis. Balance your head. Right, long in the neck, open in the throat, soft in the eyes and the jaw. Beautiful. Both hands come down either side of your left foot. Tuck the right toes under and lift. Find the lift of that right thigh. The press of the left foot. Lengthen forward in the heart as you press that right heel back. And then spin the back foot flat down onto the earth. And feel like the left hip is closed, the right hip is spiraling open. The pelvis is nonetheless balanced in the center, and then you bring it on up to warrior one. Inhale, both arms up. Right hip forward just a little bit, left hip back. Find that balanced, stable pelvis. Breathing in, breathe into the back of the sacrum. That's that triangular shaped bone in the deep low back. Breathe in, breathe out. You might catch a hold of your elbows. Lift up, draw the arms back, lift up the heart, scoop the tailbone down, and then recommit to straightening the arms both back up nice and tall. Big breath in, big breath out. Let's transition to standing splits, half Hanumanasana. High up on the toes. Come forward, drop the hands, lift the right leg up. You might find the balance of lifting one hand up, second hand up, balanced onto the ground. You might tiptoe the fingertips back. Left hand catches on the back side of your left heel as that right leg lifts up, and you may play with walking the right hand, maybe to join it. Good. And then let's walk the hands forward underneath your shoulders. Reach back through that right heel. Spin the inner right thigh up. A little spin so that your pelvis is nice and strong and stable, so the spine is nice and long. And then from here, a nice balance play as you swing the right. You might bend the left knee a little bit, swing the right leg out to the right and forward. Arms up, right knee bent. Straighten your right leg and bend the right knee. Little balance play here. And then as you're ready, temple dancer, catch the right heel outside of left knee. Ardha Utkatasana, half Utkatasana pose, thunderbolt pose, awkward pose. Find stability here. And then as you're ready to transition to temple dancer, it's a balance play of like lifting the hands, turning the palms forward, and maybe finding the mudra of the thumb and index finger. Holding lightly, breathing, balancing, playing. Yes? Big smile, lots of fun. Come on, back up. Back to Tadasana pose, and let's slide the hands down, and let's balance such a standing play by coming onto the earth. Walk the feet back, bend both knees. We'll stretch the low back, sink the hips back down towards the heels. You can either keep the knees together for a deep stretch, or you can widen your knees for deeper in the hips. Drop your head and breathe. And then gaze forward, walk the hands back. You'll shift the hips to one side, swing the legs out in front of you, shake them out. Cross, coming to a seated pose, Sukhasana. Good, and find your seat in yourself. Right, balanced on the earth and the sky of your peaceful mind. And you're capturing that balanced heart by bringing the hands together in prayer position and really honing, sealing your practice. Let yourself be filled with light, joy, and feel the yoga, right? And getting underneath all those nooks and crannies really allows yourself to follow that call home to the love in your heart. Namaste.